Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It's always a pleasure for everybody to join us on Turf Talk One on One with me, Travon Smith. Today, I got a special guest, a guy that I got to actually see him. We'll talk a little bit about that. I got to see him a little bit at Pro Way, which I thought he was a 6 or 7 star stud. Like
Yeah,
nobody could not
appreciate you.
stop him in that circuit.
Yeah,
Uh,
man, appreciate you.
and Pro Way played against the best of the best. Then I got a chance to watch him at Centennial, and we got to chop it up because my son went there. So I had eyes on him. And I want to go ahead and start it off like this. I want to apologize to this young man, not because I ever disrespect nobody and no kids, but I didn't think at Centennial that the production was as it was in Pro Way. But now that I had a chance to follow him in college, and he's one of the elite freshmen that should be getting on that field for sure, and
Appreciate you.
deserves all the hype he gets. Mr. Malachi Riley, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, man. And I appreciate you, man, for having me, on the show. I watch it, I tune into you guys and listen,
Yeah.
so man, I appreciate you. And how about yourself? How you doing?
I'm good, man. And I want to extend this offer before time. I want to keep a relationship with you because I want
Oh
you to
yeah.
keep us up to date. And you know what I'm saying? And because I see you as somebody who's going to do it big in the Pac-12 and moving forward, God willing, other situations like the NFL draft or whatnot, because you do have the size. But
Yes, sir.
just start it off with, go ahead and tell us your accolades. Tell us, you know what I'm saying, who you are. I call it for the young men. Don't be humble, man. You talking to me. So go ahead and let everybody know who you are and what kind of accolades you received coming out of for your senior year into the college realm that you are now.
Malachi Riley, like you said it, play receiver. I'm at Arizona right now, graduated early. That's super big for me. So, and really just being blessed to go to college for free. My parents don't gotta pay for anything. That's the biggest accolade I can say that I've gained in high school over anything like stars rating or stuff like that, So
Okay. So coming out of high school, you had, I'm gonna say, I don't know the exact number. Was it like 30 offers?
20 something, 28,
20.
something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
we
yeah,
gonna 20, definitely 20 some. We could say 30
yeah,
some because
yeah,
it was a lot.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to watch you your senior year at Centennial. I'm gonna go on record. I got a fair relationship with with the coaches, Coach Logan. Izzy supposed to be coming on the show a little bit later this week, if not next
Okay.
week. Um,
My boy.
I'm gonna go on record and say I don't think they was using you properly.
Yeah.
I don't need you to put yourself in any kind of situation because I don't believe
Oh,
in that.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
don't think they were using you properly because the information I've been watching in the videos I've been watching you as a freshman at Arizona, I was like, this the kid I seen at Pro Way. He is dog crapping on everybody. So, so let's rewind it and talk a little bit about your senior year at Centennial, playing in those games, big games, and how it might have got you ready for the moment you're in now in college.
My senior year, I'll say my senior year is like a love and hate thing. Of course it was fun because I got to play with my boys, one more time. And just like the pace of the offense, fast moving and stuff like that, it got me ready for, college a little bit, a little bit. So I wasn't going into college like too overwhelmed or anything because I've been in the fast-paced offense. So yeah, I say that's how, my senior year helped me, my transition into college,
Okay.
So
I want
yeah.
to talk to you a little. So I want to just fire out things at you real quick because
Okay.
I told you I got you. Biggest plays at Centennial.
Biggest plays, my time at Centennial. I think I sent you the clip where I got like a little 2 yard slant, like
Mm,
mixed like three dudes. I
yeah.
think it was against Cathedral Catholic. I'll probably say that's my most memorable right there. Like, yeah, I'll probably say that one.
I'm, I'm gonna go ahead and say when I seen the clips, I agree with you because
Yeah.
for the people that don't know, Corona Centennial is a powerhouse in California, and for the other people that don't know, going down near Cathedral City or playing Cathedral City,
Yeah.
they're dogs. They're number one
Yeah.
in the San Diego
Yeah.
area. So for you to mix them up like that. That's what I was like, man. Why are they not, going back to what I was saying? Why are they not getting the ball like this? You know what I'm saying? Because I think you could have got more, like one step
Yeah.
routes,
Yeah.
get the ball in your hand and let you make your moves. I want to talk a little bit about the. We're not going to talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about the transition from senior year going to Arizona and your decision of why you went to Arizona. If you can talk about that or whatnot.
So my decision going into Arizona, like we both said, I had multiple D1 offers. But this was a staff since the 8th grade. I knew the receiver coach, KC, since the 8th grade. And since then, he's, consistently like, hit me, and we had a great relationship. So when that time came to it, it was a no-brainer. The offense is explosive. They had 2 receivers for 1,000 last year, a freshman for 800. Like, they throw the ball. So it was just a no-brainer. I play receiver, so it's a no-brainer.
And I like you in that offense for the simple fact that 2 things. I did watch a lot of Arizona games last year, and I was like, they're just a couple players away. But I like the fact that they don't really care about whether you're a senior, junior. They're like, if you ball, you get on the field. So I see you in that system right away. And I also follow some of the tribunes and the writers down there, and I kept seeing your name pop up, and I was like, man, let me check the dude out, because I know I've been keeping I kind of lost a little bit, but I was like, man, let me follow this dude again, and I seen you. I was like, oh, he's back to pro way mode. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, down at college, so you can't just go from pro way 7-on-7. And shout out to the Holmes family. You can't go from 7-on-7 to balling in college like you're doing. And then in high school, you know what I'm saying? It was like super glimpses of it. And I was like, that's when I came into my conclusion, like, they weren't using old boy right. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just ball out in college on accident.
Yeah.
So I got you. I got your back. I want to jump into a little bit of what people can see what we're talking about, because you could have pretty much went anywhere that you wanted to from the film I seen and me following you. Here's a little clip of Mr. Malachi Riley.
Yes, sir.
Twisties on him.
Yeah, man. This is a fun game for sure.
Great ability to track the ball. That's one of your highlights to me. And this is the mixer right here. In the blender. Cathedral City ain't no pump. Cathedral City definitely ain't no pump. So I want people to know that Cathedral City is not one to be messed with. I want to talk a little bit about you as far as some of your best attributes, because I told you mine, I think, is the ability to track the ball. It seems like you can track the ball no matter where it's at in the air and pull it down. But go ahead, if I'm wrong, tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, like you said, for sure. Tracking the ball, like, catching the ball, different type of angles. But, for me, I'll say number 1 is my speed.
Okay.
Because a lot of people is not this tall and moving the way I can move.
Yeah.
Like I can go deep, and then, like I said, another thing is my route running ability.
Yeah.
I feel like I can run any route in the playbook on the route tree. Like, I'm not just a fade ball type of guy. Like, when I first got into high school, that's all I was known for was fade ball. So the whole time I just ran other routes than the fade ball, to show them that, I can really run routes. And yeah, like my feet, I say my feet is crazy. So yeah, I say those things. Yeah.
I want to say the ability to track the ball, and I've heard that about you. I've heard your route running is second to none. And I've seen it when you make, and a lot of people might not see it or appreciate it because the defender loses you so quick, they forgot what you did to make that happen. They're just saying, oh, how it is. We take things for granted. If you just tuning in, man, we're talking to the one and only Malachi Riley out here in Arizona, freshman out there balling. Before I let you go, I want to talk a little bit about Arizona. What's going on? How did you adjust to the transition of you looking as good as you are right now as a freshman?
I'm not gonna lie, probably like my first 3 practices, it was kind of tough because it was fast paced. The playbook is insane. Like the playbook is crazy how big it is. So I'll say it was kind of tough. And then, I was thinking a lot, like not myself, like how many steps is this route and stuff like that. And I kind of still was, this whole spring, but as practice 5 on to 6 and 7, I got more comfortable. you know, with my teammates and, you know, the quarterbacks and stuff like that. So I got to show, you know, a little bit of what I can do. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. Man, it's definitely been a pleasure, man.
And
Tell
then,
me,
yeah, I don't mean I don't mean to
go
cut you
ahead.
off, but I think you know, you asked me anything because I think you was gonna ask me a question, but you didn't
Oh,
answer. You say, you
I was gonna say,
know, yeah,
okay,
yeah,
hey,
nothing's off the table. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
like that, man, because
yeah,
this is that
yeah,
you work. I
yeah,
believe on. I talk to Gary Bryan Jr. all the time. I said, start
yeah,
working on your careers after football. You know what I'm saying? Because everything
yeah,
has a gap. So you know,
yeah.
I see you on Sports Center. You got the nice look, and
Yeah.
you're charismatic in
Appreciate
the
it.
way you can communicate is very is up there. I
Appreciate
want to talk to you a little bit about missing the Centennial playoffs. Now, I
it.
was hearing things that I didn't know what happened. What
Yeah,
happened with the? You don't have to go into any details. I'm just saying
yeah.
because when I looked up on Saturday morning and seen Centennial lost
Mhm.
to Mission Viejo, I didn't have y'all losing there. I had y'all losing
Yeah.
the next round. You know, and that's just Mater del Bosco, just to keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? They get more people vanned in than you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys are all
Yeah.
public school, but I didn't know what happened. I was like, Malachi Riley didn't play. This dude didn't play. This dude didn't play. So I didn't know if you want to like address some of that for the people that may not know exactly what happened. I don't know if you were sick or a rib injury. So I heard different stories, but you know, I'd like for you to just tell me yourself.
Yeah, man. Before we start that, like the stories I've heard too is just crazy. Like, heard I missed practice. Not true. I didn't miss any practice at all.
Yeah.
I heard I got in trouble at school. Not true. Like I'm all online courses. I'm not even at school. I got heard I got caught smoking and stuff like that. Like I do not smoke. Like, you know, I bet anybody right now to give me a drug test and I pass it. I do not smoke. So yeah, man, I really don't know to this day either still. I think it was like an ego thing, you know, like I still don't know. I wasn't told that I was not going to play that game, you know, and stuff like that. They weren't giving me clear answers, you know. And yeah, like I said, to this day, I still don't know. Like I said, it's a long story. It's a lot that happened in 2 weeks. So yeah, like I said, man, I still don't know. Like I still don't know. I think it was an ego thing, like I said, but all the stories that's out there that I missed practice and things like that, they're not true,
I
like at
got you.
all. Like did not miss any practice, did not get in trouble, never talk back to anybody. Like I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of kid. So yeah, man, I honestly still don't know to this day.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for keeping it 1,000 with me. That's why, you know, I was like, when we talked in the beginning, I was like, man, I want to issue an apology because I heard the same things and I didn't know what was going on. So, what's the best way to hear it from the horse's mouth?
Yeah,
And
so
like I said, with what you're doing, regardless, you know, saying high school is in the past. What you're doing
yeah.
now is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing, and like I always said, don't do things to make other people upset. Do things to prove yourself right, and it
Mhm.
always works out like that. I know your family's a family of faith. I know you're a man of faith, and I think with your size and your capabilities, it's gonna be no ceilings, as you already know. I think you're gonna drive the Pac-12 crazy,
Yeah, man,
and
appreciate you.
as they should be talking about you. We'll do our job to talk about you and keep everything going. Post all your information so everybody can follow your journey,
Sure.
Izzy's journey, and everybody else's. We can help
Sure.
out. Especially from Centennial. I mean, you up there with the Gary Bryants and the Drake Jacksons.
Man,
As far
appreciate
as I'm
that.
concerned, you just earning your stripes right now, but you will see that kind of attention. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Malachi Riley, go follow him.
Sir.
University of Arizona. What number we wearing?
11. I'm trying to get 11.
Okay,
So
don't worry
yeah,
about it. We're
11.
gonna keep up to date with
Right
everybody
now, yeah, right now
that's
10. So I'm trying to get into that 11, but right now 10. Yes, sir.
I like it. I keep it, keep attention. So just,
Yes, sir.
hey, like I said, send us, if you got the film you need dropped or exposed, just send it to us. We got you. I'll check in with you during the season. But most respect to you and your family, man. Keep doing what
Thank
you're
you.
doing. Keep your head up. You're a good young man. Like I said, I didn't understand you until we just had this conversation and we
Yeah,
talked about the week.
appreciate you so much.
Hey, well, bless you, man. And I'm a fan of yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, brother.
Yes,
Talk to you
sir. Have a
later.
blessed day.